from a popular tune by my student, Taiwo Adegoke from Nigeria. Now, this is not in the program notes, but about a year and a half ago, with the help of my friends, I started a music charity project in Nigeria, and through that, I managed to get in contact with and teach some of the most determined and enthusiastic and unbelievable musicians I have met in my entire life so far, who, despite a society that does not provide any sort of opportunities for music education, have managed to learn by themselves without lessons and without materials and instruments. And one of them has recently started arranging Nigerian popular tunes to make the music of his country more known abroad. And this is one of them. The name in Yoruba is Opelo Yeo, and there is a translation about of the lyrics on your program notes as well. Now, unlike the Yoruba chants that we heard before, this one is actually a Christian song, and the greatest thing about this piece, in my personal experience, is that I performed this in Lagos in Nigeria at the end of November last year, during Thanksgiving break actually. And as I was playing this, something unbelievable happened that I have never experienced before as a classical musician, and that I really do think that most people never get to experience in this field. And that is that about half the audience started singing in the middle of me playing it. Now, I don't expect anybody to know Yoruba, but you have my permission to sing if you want. The lyrics are on the program notes, and it is truly amazing. You know, in the classical world, we have this fixed conception that art has to flow from the artist to the audience in one direction. But the truth is that music is a collaborative art, and it doesn't have to be that way. So this is something that, as a classical musician, I almost never get to experience. Yes, I just wish to share this with you. Have fun, please enjoy Opelo Yeo by Taiwo Adegoke, well, popular song arranged by Taiwo Adegoke.
Hello. Oh, hi. Hey,
Hi.
hey, Taiwo.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Fine, fine. It's done.
Sorry, the video changed size on me because of Zoom. Hi, everybody watching. Nice to see you guys. So I'm glad that so many people are here listening. And I'm very excited to have Taiwo with me. Sorry, just excuse me as I change the video size. There we go. That's better. Um, it's going to be a lot of fun. I've never had a guest from Africa on the show before, so I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, I'm very excited to meet you too, Michael. Yeah, good.
Yeah. Do you want to tell the audience? Okay, well, actually, first I should say this is the Messy Desk show, which I run, trying to interview some artists, especially during the time of COVID and everything. Oh, Ben says, picture quality is sharp, Taiwo. If your volume could come up, that would be great. I'll turn Taiwo's volume up. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, tell me if I'm too loud or he's too soft. And um, yeah, this is going to be a really fun show. Taiwo has so much cool stuff going on, which I'll let him talk about in a second. But first, for people watching, there is a link. I had some technical difficulties setting up, so everyone can forgive me for that, I hope. But there should be a link now in the description um, with ways to support the show, but more importantly, also to support Taiwo and his new book, which he's going to talk about. So please look at those links in the description. And we're going to hear a bunch of his music. You heard some of it in the intro there. But Taiwo, do you want to tell us about you so that people know a little bit about you before we listen to your music?
yeah, of course. Yeah. Taiwo Adegoke is my name. I'm a classical guitarist and composer from Nigeria here in West Africa. I am also the founder of the Chocolate African Classical Guitar Platoon. I'm very happy. It's my pleasure to be here in Mercy Dex. Nice to meet everyone, and nice to meet you, Michael. Yeah.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, so I mean, um, that is a nice brief introduction to give people a little bit to know about you. But um, you're also putting out an amazing book of arrangements and compositions, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna listen to some of your music, but do you want to tell people really quickly about the project? Because I think these pieces are in the book. We're gonna listen to the piece Akukwo na Tuuto, Learning is Sweet, and the Dance of the Jijaw Fishermen.
Yeah.
Sorry. Do you want to explain to the audience a little bit about these pieces?
Yeah. From the first one that we just listened to, everyone listened to, that one is Opeloyeho. Opeloyeho is a folk song from a Yoruba tribe of Nigeria, that is western part of Nigeria, which means thanks be to you. This music is a kind of sacred music, and it is believed that in Yoruba culture, there is what we call the supreme being called Oludumare. Olodumare is the supreme being and is the creator of all existence. So Yoruba people believe that no matter what you pass through in life, the challenges, the problems, you should believe that God Almighty, who is the supreme being, we call Olodumare, is involved in everything. So your being in existence, you're passing through challenges, your success, you need to give thanks to this creator called Olodumare. It's also called Enitolorun, which is Olorun, which means the owner of heavens. So this music is just a music to give thanks to God Almighty. So when people pass through challenges, when people fight battles and they conquer their battles, they give thanks, and this is just the music. It's a very popular Yoruba music in Nigeria, and virtually almost everybody do sing this music. So it's a very lovely music. The next, the next one you are going to be listening to is Akuko na Tutu. Akuko na Tutu means learning is sweet. It's a folk song from the eastern part of Nigeria, the Igbo tribe. Yeah, it means that whenever you are patient and if you can persevere to learn, you will always achieve whatever you want to achieve. And success is sweet only when you learn. And when your parents have that means to teach you and the means to send you learning, it will always be easier. So that's just what the music is all about.
I mean, the idea of learning being sweet is probably good for guitarists to know, because learning guitar takes so much time, you know?
Yeah, it takes so much time.
Yeah, awesome. Dairo Gbenga says hi, Taiwo. I'm here watching. Hi, Dairo. And Ben Diamond says
Hi,
hi.
Cairo.
And Filip Alilovic says, Taiwo, greetings to you and
Hi,
Michael.
Ben.
Hi, Filip.
Wow, wow, Philip. Hi,
Yeah.
hi, Philip.
Yes. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna listen to "Learning is Sweet," and then we're also gonna listen to "Dance of the Jijaw Fisherman" right after. Is this is an arrangement also, right?
Of course, yeah. That's the music from the southern part of Nigeria.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. Okay, let's listen to these two pieces, and then we'll talk more about everything. So, and if people like think of questions for Taiwo, please put them in the chat. We are watching the chat. We will, respond to them and get answer your questions. So, let's listen to these two pieces. Beautiful. Wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael.
Nice. And the guitarist playing the second piece is David Jacques, right?
Yeah, yeah, David Jacques.
Cool. Nice. And he's playing on a 19th century guitar. It sounds really nice on that guitar, actually.
Yeah, I was so amazed when I listened to it the first time too. It's so beautiful, so beautiful.
Yeah. And your playing is great too. I love how you arrange the tunes. It's really beautiful. I mean, I don't know the original tunes, but it's really nice arranging, I can tell.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
And I guess
So,
we should say these arrangements are available in your book, which is being published. Is it officially published yet, or just pre-orders right now?
yeah, you can still hold that right now. We are working on making compilation, which will be out soon. But you can check through my publisher's email and order for any of the pieces. We have the catalog also, which you can select any piece you like, and it will be delivered to you immediately.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's the email for his publisher Ivan Lim is in the description of the video, so just check that out if you want to play some of this music. So I'm like really curious about how you how you came to classical guitar and how you developed your kind of mission, which is to like I think you're basically trying to build from I guess I don't know how much there was before you, but you're trying to build a lot into classical guitar in Nigeria, right? So how did you sort of discover that mission and what was your sort of journey to the classical guitar?
Michael, I started learning classical guitar when I was 20 years old. That is 2012. Yeah.
Okay.
But prior to this time, I have listened to this music called Spanish Roman. That is 2010 or
Mm.
2012 when I started. Yeah, I listen to this Spanish romance and it captivates me a lot. Though African music and style of playing guitar, you have soukous, you have makusa, you have seben, and most of this music, when you play them, you need accompaniment. You need players to play chords with you. You need a keyboardist to play with you. You need a singer. So this thing captivated me. The person played the music using a classical guitar, a kind of guitar that uses nylon string. This is amazing. I told myself I would love to learn this music, and how can I go about it?
Hmm.
So I tried my best with people to teach me how to play. For that time, I had to download the PDF of Spanish Romance. So I tried looking for people who can get to play this music exactly the way this person has played it. But it was very, very difficult for me. And I can tell you the classical guitar music is still very young in Nigeria, and you can count the number of people who plays it. So it's somehow challenging for me to learn. And during 2012, I tried my best to start learning myself, all by myself. So, and also the instrument, the materials to learn, you don't have it, it's not that accessible. So I had to start myself. I started as a self-taught guitarist, teaching myself how to play. I watch YouTube sometimes, and sometimes I just have to sit down myself and learn. So it's been challenging from 2012 till 2017 when I had to meet Mika Steven Bongocha. So I said to myself, this is a kind of problem in Nigeria, which I believe I can solve. And the problem is the problem is classical guitar hasn't gained its ground here. We don't have teachers here, and we don't have concerts, we don't have festivals. We barely have things like this, and I think it's just not developed. So I thought to myself, we have to find a way. I started teaching some group of people that were called Chocolate African Classical Guitar Platoon. They consist of 7 guys, which are my students. I started teaching them even before I met teachers who are professional and who could put me through. So we've been able to teach ourselves how to play some music and how to sight read music, and play some little guitar music of grade 1 and the rest. So until we met Mechad 2017, where he harnessed me. And I could remember the kind of guitar I was using then. I converted a steel string guitar to a nylon string guitar. But we don't
Okay.
stop
Yeah.
there. We believe there's a possibility of us making this possible in Nigeria. This is what started everything. So for me, I believe if we are going to make classical guitar music stay in Nigeria, we have to arrange music that is us. So
Hmm.
when I was in university then. I studied animal production and health at Federal University of Agriculture in Abeokuta. I have my housemate, a lot of them, when I play music that they don't understand, they will tell me, Taiwo, we love this music, but can you tell us something about this music? What does this music mean? We are just feeling good about the music. Well, can you play what we understand? Can you play what we know? So it's somehow challenging for me. And I will not just want to play guitar and sing. I want to play just the way it will be if you are playing classical guitar. So I had to tell myself there should be a way out. We started with my friends, these people that made up the Chocolate African Platoon, and we've been trying all possible ways to make sure that we captivate the heart of Nigerians by writing music that can make them want to learn classical guitar. So we started with folk music in Nigeria, and we've written different ones from Yoruba tribe, from all the geographical locations of Nigeria. This is what brought about the book that you are seeing right now. So you've listened to some of the music being played. All the music are inside the compilation we are doing right now. And also some of my compositions as well is in the book. So my belief is that if we get to do this and people can get to understand what they are playing, which is Nigerian music, this will give them the passion to want to learn classical guitar, not just playing what they don't understand, but you have to make them understand what they are playing. This is what will give them the love for it. So that is what brought about music, yeah, and the book.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting that you started at 20 because I also started playing at 20. Although it's quite different because where I started in Calgary in Canada, it's not the biggest guitar community, but there was a lot of resources for me. So it's really amazing that you started at that time and you've come so far in such a short amount of time and you've really built something very special. That's really impressive and really inspiring. And also, I think you're right. I think like the great thing about classical guitar music is that it can adapt to many different situations, many different styles, and it's not uncommon to see arrangements of all types of folk music in a classical guitar concert, right? Which I think is wonderful because it means that we, as a tradition, we can draw on other traditions without worrying too much. It's kind of, and I think that should be the way for all music, actually. But like, I think when I discovered that there were young Canadian players playing Canadian contemporary music, that made me a lot more excited to work on new projects and commission pieces from Canadian composers and work on and stuff from my region, right? So I think that's really a really smart way to motivate students and to build an audience. I think that's really amazing. Yeah, that's really great. And I actually, the question I ask a lot of the guests on this show is, how do you define classical guitar? So for Taiwo, what is classical guitar? How do you define it? What is your concept of it?
Michael, I will like to define classical guitar myself, and somehow I would like to tell you something about definition of two of my students. It's somehow comical, but I like to show you that too. So for me, classical guitar is a C-string instrument, mostly C strings. We have varieties of other strings too. A C-string instrument that is designed to play classical music. It has its origin from Spain. Spanish, it's a kind of Spanish guitar, but it's designed and designed to play classical music.
Okay. Huh. Good definition. Yeah.
However, I think two of my students made this kind of definition, and I think this definition is just based on why they really want to play the classical guitar. One of them said, classical guitar is an instrument with a beautiful tone that enables me to play music from any culture without having to learn a lot about their language before I play their music. All I just need to do is read the music from the paper. I love classical guitar music, and I have found my happiness in it. I find no limitation playing music from other culture in Nigeria and music from other countries. This gives me happiness, and I just need to keep on reading and learning. So that is one person. His name is Dio. Now, another person said this. This person must have been watching me at home now. His name is David. David said classical guitar is a kind of guitar that enables you to stand alone as a solo musician,
Hmm.
playing music, taking the job of a bass guitarist, the job of an accompaniment guitarist that plays chord, also the job of a singer. With you playing classical guitar, you stand to be a solo musician and you get to play almost everything that other instruments can play on your guitar. So
Amazing. Yeah.
it's a kind of divination that is based on their own way of reasoning about classical guitar. What fascinates them to want to learn classical guitar?
Mm-hmm.
So there are so many divinations. I think it's amazing about what people have seen. What is their reason for wanting to learn the classical guitar? Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I really like those definitions. I think the second one, the one that David gave, is really interesting because with my students, usually with a new student, you're teaching them to read a single melody at first, one note at a time, and then you maybe teach them some chords and you explain how melody and accompaniment work. And then when you put the two together and you give them a piece that has counterpoint, has 2 lines or 3 lines, it's kind of always this like eureka moment for them, where they realize that the classical guitar repertoire involves, yeah, you're playing all the parts of the piece on one guitar, which is unusual for guitar. I think for other instruments like piano, it's more common that you play both parts together. But for guitar, it's not the norm in other genres. So, yeah. Yeah, that's really interesting. And also the first definition, Dairo's definition, I think for me, because I started late, many of my colleagues, I think you probably know from observing the guitar world, many people start very young when they're little kids. But for me, starting as an adult, I think what attracted me to it was the tone, the sound. And I think the sound is one of the first things people notice about the classical guitar, because we have so much, yeah. Sorry, we have so much control over the sound is what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Well, the you're also doing music. You mentioned to me, or you're doing work. You mentioned to me on like ethnomusicology or studying music from Nigeria. So what's your research been like? What is your kind of process? How have you been discovering the music? How have you been documenting it? How have you been, learning about it?
Yeah, this is what I do. I make research on folk music in Nigeria. And to do this, you have to meet people from each tribe. They get to teach you their music. And this kind of thing is not just done with just one person. Take, for instance, the piece Akuko Natoto that I arranged for the classical guitar. This music is from the Igbo tribe. I met 2 of my friends who knows this music. They sang the music the same way. And not only staying and stopping there, I had to consult some elders who have been living for a while, old women that are from this tribe. They taught me the same thing. It's somehow popular in the Igbo tribe, and you just have to get to write it in a way in which it will fascinate every one of them to want to listen and to want to comment about it, that this is amazing. I remember the first time when I played it, a student of mine, Ikechuku, listened to the music and said, wow, this is amazing. And you are playing as if you are part of the Igbo people. You played as if you understand this language. This is amazing. I remember someone too on YouTube then listened to my music, and he came to message me on my email telling me that this is beautiful, and he spoke their language. Igbo language, I don't understand it that much. So I had to find someone to translate to me, and the person told me, he said, this is amazing. How can I get to learn this music? And how can I get to learn it on guitar? I play guitar, but can I get to learn this? So it's a kind of way in which you can captivate everybody to learn. And if you have to do, you have to verify from different sources. So I do verify from different people to make sure that what I had to write is something that everybody understand and is genuine. So that is what I do. I take my recorder and I record from different people, their voices, the music exactly as how it should be before I start writing,
Hmm.
before I start arranging it for the guitar. Yes.
Fascinating. So you're kind of doing you're like working like Bartok did also, I think, in
Yeah, Michael, African music, most of them, the traditional music or any folk music,
Mhm.
most of them are learned mouth to mouth. It is
Yeah.
not written down. So it's a kind of bit challenging. So one of the main reasons why I decided that I want to start writing folk music is I saw a need for me to keep all this music in existence because almost a lot of African music are going into extinction. And when all these old women and old men dies, the music dies along with them. So if I have this opportunity and I get this little knowledge of mine, why not just try my best to write all this music down in the best way so that we can preserve it. Many people can get to play. Now people in Nigeria can get to play and people abroad also can get to play. So
Yeah.
it's my happiness that people from of the world are getting to play this music and also Nigerians are getting to play the music. So what it entails for me to make all this kind of music is meet people who are from each tribe and not just only one person, two, three, four people just to confirm the music and how real it is. And I think for me, I prefer folk music that are popular. That if you listen to it, everybody knows it. So that is what I've been trying to do. This is the first one in this compilation, and it's just to show that this is possible. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really amazing, and you never know like who is going to play this music where, like, because as you say, because it's an oral tradition, it might disappear if you don't arrange it or write it down.
Of course.
And it, like for example, I played with a gig with a violinist here in the Netherlands, and we played the Bartok Romanian dances, right? And like this is almost 100 years later, or at least more than 100, maybe after Bartok wrote this, and people in the Netherlands in small town are not going to hear that Romanian folk music unless Bartok had written it down, and we got this arrangement many years later, right? It's like you don't know how far that's going to like survive and where it's going to be heard. So it's really amazing that you can write it in a universal language like music that we can all learn to play and pass on. So that's wonderful. Yeah. Awesome. I'm okay. We're gonna listen to one more arrangement of yours. We're gonna listen to Ibike, and this is played by Joseph Aaron Priest, right?
Thank you, Joseph. I believe he's going to be here to listen to everything.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah. Do you want to talk about this Ibike? Which is this is another folk song, right?
EBK is a folk song from the southern part of Nigeria. From my book, you are going to see music from the western part of Nigeria, eastern part of Nigeria, from different tribes. This music, EBK, is from the Kalabari tribe. Now, this music is also a sacred music that tells that you should do a good thing. Now, do a good thing unto God by coming into his presence. Now, do a good thing unto God by showing love to your fellow men. So this is what all this music is all about, ABK. So it's a very lovely music that I would love everyone to listen to and just enjoy yourself. Yeah.
Nice. And Joseph plays it on a Brahms guitar. So if anyone's wondering why the guitar is this weird vertical thing, that's why. um, yeah. It's really amazing. And Joseph is in the chat. He says, "You rock, Taiwo." Awesome. Well, we're really happy that you recorded this, Joseph, so we can play it on the stream.
Thank you so much, Joseph. Thank you. You're awesome.
Nice. Okay, we're going to listen to EBK now.
From the heart.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Wonderful. There's some nice comments here I want to address. Eva Slokar says, thank you, Michael, for this nice interview. Thank Taiwo for being here. It's amazing. My dad, Dale Ibsen, says, fascinating interview. Hi, Dad.
Hi.
Frank Scott says, love the messy desk. Thanks, Frank. We love having you here.
Thank you, Frank.
And he's asking about a resonator, and Joseph responded. Joseph says, yes, he uses a resonator. This instrument is 6 strings with an end pin pointed into a resonating lattice-braced box. So as if lattice-braced guitars weren't enough, now we have lattice-braced box resonators for the guitars. So, amazing. Alrighty, Taiwo. Well, you know, as part of the show, I do like a listening test, right? So we're gonna do some repertoire listening now.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Like normally with the guests, I'm normally a little more familiar with them and what they sort of like play and stuff. And I think I've really only heard you play Nigerian music, so I wasn't sure what to put on the listening test, but I hope I chose good things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready.
I'll give you hints. We can get help from the audience too. But yeah, I'm also curious. Like when you started learning classical guitar, was it mostly just YouTube that you had access to hear like recordings and stuff?
Sometimes I use all this MIDI file, and there are some books I had to download myself and sit down with to play and to read from sheet music. I could remember when I started playing, there's this book that is called Music third edition. I sight-readed most of the music there, and I had to play it on my guitar just so I can get to know the first 5 fretboards on the guitar and how I can play music from that. And it really helped me and helped my student with counting of rhythms. And also, you know, it shouldn't be just you counting a rhythm, but you having a kind of music that enables you to count it and makes it somehow fun for you. And I think that third edition of Music Hour helped a lot to do this, and getting some music really help. These are things we use to start, and we're able to get along for a while and watch music from YouTube, tutorials from YouTube to learn. That is how we started before we started meeting teachers to teach us. Yeah, that's how we did it.
And I suppose like a lot of guitar music is actually public domain, like a lot of Giuliani and stuff you can find on IMSLP and stuff like this, right? So yeah, that helps too. Okay, well let's listen to some recordings and see if you can guess. You're gonna try to guess the piece, the composer, or the player, okay? So and if you need hints, I'll give you some hints, you know. But yeah, and the audience, you guys can help too. So Ty will be watching the chat, and we can all see who can guess the pieces. Okay, first one. Do you know the piece, Taiwo?
Of course, I know. That's Capriccio Arabe
Okay.
by Francisco Tarrega.
Yeah, I start with easy pieces, you know. Do you know the player, maybe?
Yeah, the way the guitar is sounding, the person sounds like Micha Steven Gongo-chan. Yeah.
Nope. This is a Croatian player. Croatian player who won. Did they win? Who won the Tarrega competition, actually?
Wow. Yeah. No. I think the only Croatian that should be my friend.
It's not Philippe.
I know it's not Philip. Wait, I should be the person.
It's here. I'll give you a big hint. It's a female player.
Okay.
Um,
No.
she won Tarega competition. I don't think she won GFA. Maybe she did. I'm not sure.
No, I don't have the
Oh,
idea.
okay.
I don't have the idea.
It's Anna
I know
Vidovic.
you have a dead name. Who?
It's
Who?
Anna
Who
Vidovic.
is that? Oh, oh my God. God. Yeah,
It's
I
okay.
know.
No worries. You got the piece and the composer right away, so you get 2 out of 3 anyways for that one. So 2 out of 3, nice. Daniel Ramstein says this test is so hard. You know it, Dan. Okay, number 2. So I gave you a bit of a softball. That was an easy one for you to guess the piece. How about this one?
Yeah.
Any idea?
Wow.
I can give you some
The,
hints.
the music sounds like
Can you guess
I-
the nationality of the composer?
it should be Cuba or Brazil. No, Brazil.
No,
Brazil.
it's Spanish music. And it's an arrangement. It's not originally a guitar piece. It's for piano, actually.
Yeah, no, Michael, I've listened to this music before, but the title skipped my mind. It's the music I've listened to, but
Yeah.
I just yeah.
How about the composer? It's a Spanish composer who is not a guitarist.
That should be Isaac Albeniz, right?
Yes, correct. It's Albeniz. It's an Albeniz piece, and it's one of the pieces named after a Spanish city. So you can get 3 or 4 guesses for the city. Do you want to hear a bit more of the recording?
Yeah, please let me listen. Let me listen.
Yeah. Here's some more. City in Andalusia.
Oh, Andalusia. Hmm. Yeah, good. I think I accept that. I don't know that. I don't
Okay.
know that.
It's
I've listened to the.
it's Granada by Albeniz.
Oh,
Yes.
good.
And could you guess the player? It's a English player. Maybe you can hear some more of the piece. Any idea?
No. I don't have the idea of the player. I don't
Okay,
have the player.
it's Julian Bream.
Oh,
But you got Albeniz. Nice. All right, next one. Any idea?
oh my God.
Maybe a later section?
Please, yeah.
Do you know?
I've listened to this music, but I just forgot the title. I am not that conversant with the title, but I know the music. I know the music.
That's okay. That's okay.
I really.
How about the composer? He's a 19th century composer for guitar. And here's a big hint. You know this player. We've already mentioned this player in the stream.
It's technical.
It's actually it's another Croatian player.
Ah. Yeah, that should be Anna, right?
No, this wasn't Anna. This was a friend of yours actually, and mine.
Oh, Philip,
This
right?
is Philip.
Philip
Yeah,
Adegoke.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Wow, wow.
I thought it would be fun to have a recording of Philippe in the stream.
Yeah.
But the piece is Introduction in Caprice by Ragondi.
Oh, yeah, Gulu Gandhi. Yeah. Yeah. My God. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
It's
It's hard to remember just from the melody something, you know. Okay, we'll do a couple more, and then we'll move on to listening to more of your music. But how about this one? You also know this player, actually.
Oh, no idea of this. No idea of this one. No, no.
No idea?
I
Okay.
don't have an idea of this.
It's
No idea of this one.
it's El Decámara Negro by Leo Brouwer,
Oh,
and it's Renee Izquierdo playing. Anyhow, okay, we'll do one more, Taiwo. You ready?
yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, last one.
Oh my Lord. Michael, I listen to this music. I know most of them, but I can't just put the title in my brain.
Yeah, it's
I
all
don't know
good.
the title of
No worries.
That's just it. After this music, I know this music very well.
You know the melodies, yeah, yeah. Can you guess the
yeah.
composer for this? It's a Paraguayan composer from the early 20th century.
Yes, Jao Panabuku, right?
Nope.
Panabuku.
No, it's someone else. Someone who was like actually really important for the guitar in that time. He was
That should be Villalobos, right?
no, this was Agustin Barrios.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Barrios.
Yeah.
Anyhow, well, you know all the melodies. It's all good. But nice. So I was gonna ask you actually about teaching, like, because you have a sort of group of students now that you work with. It must have been a little bit challenging to build up the studio and start teaching from basically with no resources around you. It's really amazing. You must have a pretty tight group of students. Do the students support each other a lot? Like, you have a kind of it seems like you have a sort of tight knit group.
Yeah, no, Michael, this how we started. Now, I had some students when I was in school, when I was in the university then. We normally see ourselves and they do come to my place to learn. After I graduated from the university, the only way we could get to learn is they visiting me, no matter the distance apart. They do come to me. They do come for a visit, spend like 3 days, 4 days, sometimes a week, based on how we plan it. And when internet was somehow affordable for them, we had to create a WhatsApp group. And this from this place we get to teach ourselves. Internet service sometimes is not that good, and the only thing we can do is just to make some video recordings. I make video recordings and send to them, and I think we've been able to get along doing that. So we somehow visit one another and sometimes send video recordings to teach ourselves. That is how we do this. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Wow. So it is a very supportive group then, all working together to make it possible. And what do you what kind of method do you like to use with your students? What resources do you use, and what, I guess you're giving them your own arrangements a lot to play, or what sort of music do you suggest for your students to learn?
We sometimes we have teachers that do oversee what we do, like Micha, Eduardo Inesta. We have Arturo. These people created a group for us where we have so many guitarists, and we also have at Chocolate African Classical Guitar Platoon. So they send us method like Agbado method, Kakashi method, which we use in teaching, and which we also use in learning the classical guitar. So it has been somehow easy for us because we have the materials to learn. So it's just for us, and we've been trying all these methods. And apart from that, we also use this method by a friend of mine who came to Nigeria the other time. We call it spider method. It's a kind of method by Rene Mora. So this person used this method that has to do with number system. I remember when we were in Adegoke College of Education in Ondo State. I think I sent you some of these pictures. We use this this method to teach even people that don't understand how to play the classical guitar or play the guitar. It has to do with numbering system, and it has to do with counting. So it's been easy using all these kind of methods to learn and also teach. So that's what we've been using: Nagbatu method, Kakasi method. Sometimes someone send us this Zuki method. So we use basically Agbadu method, Kakasi method, and also Spara method, and it's been awesome the way we learn. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, some of those older methods are really good. I like the Carcassi method. I've used some of it with some students, and it works really well actually. And now it's public domain, so it's great. Nice. Okay,
there's this method I use with one of my friend, also a student of mine, Dairo, that I have been recommended for other students of mine who love to play duo together, and that is Joseph Puvna method, number 1 to, I think number 1 to, is it number 1 to 10? This method, we use it together, myself and Dairo, and it speed up the way he plays, and it's been awesome. That was how we started playing chocolate duo. We use this method, and it's really effective for us to use, and it's really fun to play too. The music inside this Joseph Puvna method is nice. So I recommend it for some of my students, which they are starting to use now.
Nice.
We tried it and it worked.
Awesome. Excellent. And how have you studied composition? What has your method been for learning to compose?
I have teachers who teach me, although it started with me wanting to write music for my student, and I had to consult some of my friends who give me time to teach me. Talk of Philip Alilovek, who is a composer, Ronnie Glazer, Daniel Nustico, Reddy Marco. Most of these people send me materials to read, and sometimes too, when I write my music, I had to give it to them for them to check. They tell me this is what you need to do here. Why don't you do this? They give me so many suggestions, which I have to go back and work on. So this is how I grow. I could remember some times ago when I started writing this Opelo Yeo, the one we started with, the first music we started with. I wrote this music in 3 voices, and so many of my music were in 3 voices. So I remember Philip telling me, this music is scary. You don't have to write it like this. Why don't you write in two voices? So I was explained to how to write in two voices, and it's been very, very challenging from the start. But here I am now. I can write better using two voices, and it's nice. It's nice. When you take some of my work for the guitar, you get to see almost all of my work are written in two voices now. So I had to go back writing from three voices. Then I had to re-edit myself, correct everything into two voices back. So I have teachers who do take me through compositions. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Philip is a great composer. I'm actually going to see him in a couple weeks because we're going to visit Steven Dentom, the luthier in Germany, and Philip and I are going to make some videos together. But
Nice.
yeah, he's great, and I think also, composition is a different skill set. It amazes me that you've learned to compose so well and play so well in such a short time. Because I don't try to compose. I mean, I did a little bit of composing in my bachelor degree in music, but I feel like to compose well is a whole other skill set. I already have enough on my plate playing a lot of music. I work with a lot of composers, but it's a different skill set to develop. So I mean, kudos to you for developing both skill sets at the same time. That's a lot of work.
Thank you.
Yeah, but it's really cool. And we're going to hear some of your own compositions later in the show when we're done listening through the arrangements. But why don't we listen now to, we're going to listen to another performance of Mircea playing Oren Ibei, a song for twin children. Do you want to tell people about this?
Yeah. No, this music is music that a lot of people in Nigeria knows the music. It's a Yoruba music folk song from this tribe, which I am also from the tribe and I speak this language.
Nice.
Now, some times ago, I listened to different music written for the classical guitar that are arranged for the classical guitar, Yoruba music from Cuba. So I said to myself then, why don't you, Taiwo, write some arrangement of folk songs from the Yoruba people here, the source of the Yoruba people. So I started making some other research on what to do and how to go about it. So I wrote this music, I arranged this music Orin Ibeji. Orin Ibeji is a kind of music that people sing, most especially people that are barren, that are looking for child, fruit of the womb, I should say that. Now, it is believed that when you sing this song, now there is a god that is called Usha. This Usha will bless you with a very, we bless you with the fruit of the womb, and it's especially, it's mostly twin kids. Now, when you sing this song to appease twin kids, when you sing this song for them, there have been some kind of instances where women that are barren get to give birth to children just because of the way they show love and sing this song to twin kids. So that is just the music. The music is all about pleasing kids, pleasing twin kids. Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Okay, and we're gonna listen to Mircea play it. He has a little introduction at the beginning too with his before his performance. So let's listen to Song for Twin Children.
This outfit was made by the brother of one of my students in Nigeria, and it was specifically made for our concert. I am really proud to have received it as a gift. As you can see, I'm not really adept at playing with something that resembles a dress, but I am so proud to have been given this recognition from them, and I fully intend to use it in all the concerts that I can. With every piece of Nigerian music that I can find, or Yoruba music in this case. Now, this encore that I have prepared for you is also by my friend Taiwo Adegoke, and the name of the song is Orin Ibeji, which means song for a twin. And he was actually a twin himself, except his brother died really at a really young age. However, the interesting thing about this is that I was always convinced that it's a sort of lullaby for, you know, a mother that has two children, or you know, a family with two children. But in fact, it is the song that a mother sings if she desires to give birth to twins. So it is a sort of a song that requests twins, basically. It's a song truly for twin children. All right, so please enjoy Orin Ibeji.
Wonderful, beautiful.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thanks to Micha to very beautiful performance. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Joseph says in the YouTube chat, this performance is so lively, captures the spirit of the music so well. He looked like he was having so much fun. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Nice, beautiful. Very cool. So I usually ask at this point in the show the guest to give some tips for practicing, or for, in your case, you could give tips for composing also. Do you have anything you want to share with people that you've been finding useful for practice, for composition, or ways to help people improve their playing?
Yeah, for composition, I think the first thing you need to do is, one, you need to have the inspiration. You don't just write without inspiration, and inspiration comes from experience. Now, what you are passing through from day to day. I could remember when I wrote a music which you are going to listen to when my mother laughs. I was away from my mom for so many months, and I just sat down someday thinking about her. I remember the way she laughs at me, the way we normally talk in the evening, the way I do make some comic gesture and she will smile and laugh. Now, this is a kind of experience that I need to put into music. Now, listening to myself, telling myself I'm going to see my mom anytime soon. I missed my mom a little, a lot. I mean, sorry, I missed my mom a lot. I just want to go to meet my mom. This from this the inspiration to write this will come, and the only thing I did was to bring out my phone and make a recording. So that means you need to make a recording of your or of the inspiration, the music when it drops to your mind. And maybe you don't have the guitar with you, maybe you have the guitar with you, you need to tie it down. I do tie my music down, and that is from making recording. So, and from that I have to write it down through writing on sheet score. Then sometimes I have to start transcribing. So when you have this kind of inspiration coming to you, then you can develop it. Another thing you need to do as a composer is have composers as friends. These people are going to give you some ideas on what you need to do. Now they're gonna give you ideas. They're gonna give you book. They're gonna tell you what they think of when they are writing their music. No, experience is just the best teacher. And for you to get experience, you need people who can give you the experience. And these are people that have been before you. These are people that have been in this kind of field before you. You just need to meet a lot of them. And those people I have met, they are amazing people that always give me the time. And whenever I make any mistake, there is a way in which they teach me what to do, and it's very awesome. So you meet people that can teach you. You meet people that can share experience with you. You tie your music down. You wait for inspiration. Whenever in this life, I believe music can come anytime if you are the kind that is observant, and you can be patient enough to observe every situation. So it is very important to observe every situation. Everything around you is music on its own. So for you, bring out the music, let it come, and tie it down. Meet people who can teach you how to put it down the way you need to put it down. There are so many things in my brain that I would love to put it down as music, and gradually I'm trying to do this because I meet people who can give me the ability to express myself the way I want to. So that is just what I can give as advice. Yeah, for
Yeah,
composition.
I think it's the point about having friends who inspire you and who can be a second set of ears and eyes is really important, because even for performers, I think I learned a lot. I've learned so much from my teachers over the years, but I've learned just as much from my friends, and my friends are my teachers too. Like the people who are my colleagues, at even at my level or above or a little bit below, whatever, doesn't matter about level, but people who I can play for them, they can play for me, and we can give each other feedback. Even if someone's not your teacher, it doesn't mean you
Yeah,
don't learn from them. So you need those people around you, or it's hard to go forward.
yeah, correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Do you know do you know
absolutely.
other composers in Nigeria? Have you met other composers who you've worked with or collaborated with, or?
Yeah, I've met some composers, but they are not classical guitarists, so
Okay.
it's not that easy to mingle with them. But sometimes we do talk. I have some composer that plays cello. I have some that plays organ. And I think I have met Odeke Makatan. We do speak, and I can't wait to see him again. And this is just the nice thing. We meet people that are composers, but not classical guitar composers. So
Right.
it's very difficult to make like this. Yeah, so it's very difficult. I haven't seen anyone who write for the classical guitar from Nigeria as of now.
Yeah.
So
Do
I
you
hope
play any chamber
this.
music though? Do you play with any other instrumentalists? I don't know what's it like in Nigeria for finding like violinists or flutists or people like this to work with. Is it easy or difficult?
Yeah, I look forward to playing with them now because we have music we can get to play together. My composition, some of my arrangements, and I look forward to playing other music as well with them. I have not been playing with them for now because I concentrate on writing and writing and writing. So I believe that I have to have substance for me to get to play with them. And if you can check some of my music right now, we have music that can make us to collaborate with all these other instrumentalists, all these or other orchestra instrumentalists. So I look forward to collaborating with them.
Yeah, I'm just curious because I know in my experience at least, one of the ways that classical guitar, because I mean, we have more established classical guitar stuff in, for example, in Europe where I am, but also in some places, like even in the Netherlands, it's not really known in every city. Some cities there's almost nothing, right? And for me, I find that one of the best ways to meet other people and sort of get into the musical community is to work with other instruments, because then you have a sort of a door into their community. Like you work with a violinist or a singer and you meet the people who they know, and I don't know. I find that helps to get the guitar outside of whatever circle it's in. So, just curious about that. Um, but that's really cool that you're making arrangements for other instruments too, because it means your students will get to play with other people. That's really great.
We are looking forward to the next music concert that we'll be having. We are supposed to have a concert this year, if not just because of this corona pandemic.
Right.
So we look forward to working with other instrumentalists in our next concert. It's going to be awesome, and we've been working on writing different music that can enable us to work together, and it's going to be a very fun one for everybody to attend. Yeah.
Nice.
We look forward to it.
Nice. Well, on that topic, let's listen to your piece for violin and guitar, Taiwo. Do you want to tell people a little bit about this recording?
Yeah, Taiwo is a kind of Yoruba language that means experience life, taste life. Now, I wrote this music just to explain to people that no matter the situation you are passing through in life, no matter the how hard the situation is, you need to choose happiness. Now, happiness is just from within. You can't find happiness just anyhow. It has to do with from your mind. No matter the situation, even if it is a sad situation you find yourself, you can still make yourself happy. So happiness is just a decision that is not warranted by whatever is happening around you. So choose happiness, make happy decision, make a decision that will make you progress and that make you have peace in your mind. That is just what the music is all about. Yeah,
Nice.
experience life, travel around, meet people, meet happy people, be happy with people, just enjoy the rest of your life,
Hmm.
experiencing this beautiful world. Yeah, that is what the music is all about.
Awesome. Cool. Well, I'm really excited to hear this. And this is who's playing it again? This
Yeah, this music is a performance by Joseph Influences and Chidima. Chidima is a violinist in Nigeria. Like you were saying the other time, that do we collaborate with people? Now, this is just one of the ways in which you can collaborate. Now we are getting to collaborate with violinists in Nigeria. Soon you will get to see we collaborating with cellists and many other instrumentalists. So
Awesome. Cool.
we also look for music in a concert. So
Nice.
watch out.
So this is Joseph and sorry, what was her name, the violinist?
Rita.
Rita. Nice.
Her
Cool.
name is Rita.
Rita. Awesome. So Joseph and Rita playing Tayewo. Beautiful.
Yeah, many thanks to Rita and Joseph. They really play so beautiful. I appreciate them. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
Thanks.
for sure. It's amazing. It must be so nice to hear other people play your music. It's amazing. Wanda Bell says, so very tender and beautiful. Very true.
Thank you, Wanda. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, beautiful. And just to remind everybody, the music, this is also in your book, right? This piece?
No, my book comprises of the solo pieces
Okay.
now.
Right.
Soon we get to write music. We get to bring out music for for duos, for trios later. But as of now, we have music available for solo guitar.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. Yes. But just to remind people, the link for the book is in the description. You can order any of Taiwo's music through the email that's in there in the description.
Yeah.
And you can also fund his research by donating through the PayPal. So, yeah. Awesome. Super cool. Okay, Taiwo, we're going to play classical guitar Would You Rather. Do you know how Would You Rather works?
What do you say?
Do you know how the game Would You Rather works? We're going to play a game of Would You Rather.
Oh, no, I don't know how that works.
Okay.
Maybe you guys know. Yeah.
I give you two options. I'll say, would you rather do this or do this? And they're both bad options, but you have to pick which one you would rather.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Would you rather be performing and have your guitar go really out of tune during the performance? Or would you rather have like a really bad like memory slip where you forget where you are in the music and you have to restart the section and the piece?
I would rather want my guitar to get this tone when I'm performing. Now, if this happened to me, I will just crack some joke and I'll find a way to put my guitar back. So I think that is better than the music escaping your memory.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that.
Yeah. Plus, guitars are out of tune all the time anyways, so, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Cool. Okay, would you rather be performing and have shaking hands or like really, really bad nails?
I prefer shaking hands than bad nails. If my hand is shaking, although that shows there is fear, that shows maybe I haven't practiced the piece that much. But no matter what, it's still better than me having a bad nail.
Okay.
There's no chance for me to say if I want to perform having bad nail. I must have made sure I find all possible solutions to have a better nail. Even if my nail got broken, there should be other things I can do before I get to play. So it's better than having a bad nail. So
Yeah.
I prefer that. Sorry.
Yeah.
I prefer to be shaking instead. My hand should be shaken instead of having a bad nail.
Yeah, I use fake nails because I hate having nails that are not the right length and that break and stuff. So I like to be able to put fake ones because then I know how long it's going to be and I know the shape is going to be okay. You know.
Yeah, I prefer that too. My fingernails are very soft, and sometimes when you do laundry, you see that it gets peel off. So I most times, most especially my thumb, I do fix artificial nails when I want to perform.
Yeah.
So I already know myself, and I just work towards that.
Yeah, for sure. I do the same. Yeah. I have bad real nails also. So would you rather play a concert when you haven't slept for a whole day, like you didn't sleep overnight and then you have to play the next day, or if you haven't eaten for all day?
I'd rather play when I haven't slept than I haven't eaten. I love food, you know.
Yeah.
So it's better. It's better I play all through like that instead of playing without eating. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think I would prefer that too, because if you're tired, you still get the adrenaline. If you're going to perform, you still get really excited and nervous.
Yeah.
But
Most especially when the music. most especially when the music means a lot to you,
Hmm.
you get the adrenaline than being hungry. If you're hungry, that is a distraction on its own. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. If you're hungry, you don't have energy and you're distracted. And yeah, I agree. Would you
Yeah.
rather only be allowed to play or write music for 6 months? So for 6 months, you have to choose. You only can play or you can only write.
I will choose writing instead
Writing.
of
Okay.
playing. I will choose
You're a true
definitely. I would
composer at
rather
heart.
write instead.
Yeah. Nice.
Uh, like I believe writing music is like bringing a being into existence. So whenever I write my music and I am done with writing the music, I see the music like human being that is in existence that has just been made into this world. So it's always my happiness that just playing the music, but making the music available for everybody to listen and be happy. So it's like giving birth to a being. Writing a composition, having your composition down is like you're having a being down. You've just given birth to a being. So I appreciate it a lot writing.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Maybe you get more joy from it than from performing. Would you rather only be allowed to perform music originally written for guitar or arrangements and transcriptions for the rest of your life? You have to pick either arrangements and transcriptions or music written for guitar.
Happening.
Oh, did you cut out?
Yeah, I don't know what is happening with my internet service. Wait, please,
Okay.
I'm coming.
Oh, it says my internet connection is unstable. It should be fine though.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I think we're back. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, Michael. Yeah,
Okay,
good
good.
one.
Good. Okay. Would you rather only be allowed to play music originally written for guitar or transcriptions and arrangements for the rest of your life? You have to pick.
Ah, I will rather listen to music and play music that is written originally for the guitar
Okay.
than the second arrangement from other instrument.
Yeah.
When you play music that is for the guitar, the inspiration, the expression, you know the composer's mind, and you know the composer is already also a guitarist. So the expression, the interpretation is going to be better than playing music that is transcribed from other instruments. So it's better. I would rather prefer to play music by a guitarist, a composer that is a guitarist than just from other instruments. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Makes sense. Awesome. All right. Well, we're going to listen to one of your compositions now. And you were saying you love food, and I think this is appropriate because the next piece is named after some food.
Yeah.
So, do you want to tell people about this, the pounded yams?
Yeah, pounded yam is a delicacy in Nigeria that is popular. A lot of people love pounded yam. You eat pounded yam with egusi soup. Now, this music is composed when I was preparing pounded yam together with my friend.
Oh no, I think we lost Taiwo. Oh no. Um, I hope you can all still hear me. It appears so. Oh,
Hi, Michael.
hey, are you back? I think you're back.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, the internet is somehow getting worse.
No
Can you
worries.
hear me?
Yeah, no worries. Remember, this is the messy desk, not the clean desk.
Yeah. So, so I composed this music just because of my love for pounded yam, and
Nice.
this food is so tasty, and I would like everyone to taste it and have a taste of this beautiful music, and also have a taste of this food. Pounded yam. You can prepare it in every part of the world, and if you love to have a taste, just go to any African kitchen near you. pounded yam is something everybody can get to prepare, if even if you want to prepare it too. So it's a very beautiful food. Even from the appearance too, you will love it. So it's tasty. Just this is just what brought about the music. I mostly want to eat pounded yam almost every week because you can't just hide away from that fantasy. I love the food a lot. Yeah.
Nice, awesome. Well, I'm very excited to try it now. I'm gonna have to find an African kitchen in Amsterdam. I'm sure I can find one. Awesome. Okay, let's listen to Pounded Yam Fantasy. Very nice.
Thank you. Hope you are already salivating.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm hungry now. I'm like I wanted all those images. It looks like
Yeah.
there's a lot of variety in the way it's prepared, right?
Of course, yeah. No, egusi is this melon soup. So
Mm.
the variety is just combination of different vegetables. You can use amaranthus. You
Mm.
can different vegetables together
Some of them
that is
had
mixed
meat
together
too.
with
Some
milk.
of them had shrimp and stuff, right?
Yeah, meat, different meat varieties, anyone you like. Yeah. So
Nice.
it's not for vegetarian. And sometimes if you're vegetarian, you can remove the meat. You eat your food without meat. So the vegetables and the egusi, the melon. So you are good to go.
Yeah.
So anybody can get to this food. Yeah, anybody can
Nice.
get to eat.
Awesome. Yeah, and actually it would even be I imagine it would be safe even for people who are allergic to gluten. Like my fiance is she's celiac so she can't have gluten, but yams or don't have any gluten, so you could have that also. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Nice. Seems delicious. I'm gonna have to find now a restaurant where I can order this. I'm gonna look.
Yeah, please find an African cuisine. Yeah,
Yeah,
just go there. You enjoy yourself.
yeah. I will send you the menu and make sure that it's good enough. You can tell me from looking at
That's
the place if it's the right one. Yeah. Awesome. Nice. Okay. Well, at this point in the show, I like to ask people what they think the future of classical guitar is, what they want to see. I guess you already talked about this at the beginning because you're working very hard for the future of classical guitar in Nigeria. But what's your vision for where the classical guitar will go and what you want to see?
now my vision is someday classical guitar will gain its ground in Nigeria and it will unite the people of Nigeria. There are so many tribes in my country and there are so many languages. Nigeria alone has over 100 languages. You can get it to check it out.
Wow.
I believe for me, writing music from different tribes will unite people of Nigeria. When you play music from Nupe, when you play music from Kanuri, you play music from the Gala people, from the Hausa people, not only playing their music will entice you to want to learn more about their culture, to want to make friends with them. That is just it. A music from the classical guitar to unite my country people. And I believe now, for me, writing this kind of music and sharing it with people of the world will also bring happiness to people in the world, and you get to know more about Nigeria. So it's a very lovely thing for me. I find joy in doing this, and I believe someday in Nigeria we'll be able to have a lot of professional guitarists, and someday in Nigeria, people like me, we there will be people of my age when I started playing guitar that we have to pass through. I want to learn guitar, I want to learn this, I want to learn that. I believe with what we are doing now, we'll be able to stop this problem of not having teachers to teach the classical guitar. I have myself teaching the classical guitar. I have my students who share the same vision with me that constitute the Chocolate African Classical Guitar Platoon. We have different people of different tribe in this same platoon, and they are all teachers. I believe with what we've been doing now, we'll be able to spread the love of classical guitar in my country, Nigeria,
Nice.
and even to different parts of Africa. So that is just my vision, and we have been working with the mission of writing so many music for the guitar.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's a really great vision, and I think I think you'll discover, I mean, I think you already know, but the guitar world everywhere actually relies on this. Of course, there are places in North America and some places in Europe where there are public funds for music, and that's really amazing when there are, grants and things that support arts organizations. But at the same time, also, many guitar societies, guitar organizations are made by the people in the cities who make the things happen. Community-led events by people who want to improve the guitar in their region. I mean, I have my own plans for this here in the Netherlands because in my city there's almost nothing also. So, but I think it's amazing that you're doing this because it will pay off in the long run. You will see that it will inspire others, and it's the only way that our instrument will succeed worldwide. I think we don't have like mass media. We're not being played on the radio almost anywhere. It's not like. So I think that it really relies on people doing what you're doing, making it happen and inspiring others and organizing stuff. So I'm, really, really admire you for what you do.
Thank you. Thank you.
And as
Thank
well
you,
as
my
your
friend.
music, I mean, you also have to have quality music, and you do that very well. So, that's great. Awesome. Nice. Well, I'm sure everyone will follow. I put your Facebook page in the description, so people who want to keep, and your YouTube channel also is in the description. So people who want to keep an eye on what Taiwo is doing, please follow him. Add him on Facebook and follow him, and see his compositions. People who want to play his music, play it also, because we have a repertoire that's very rich and very diverse already, but can be even more rich and diverse, So I think it's awesome what you're doing because you're going to get, like you said, Nigerian music heard all over the world. It's wonderful. Nice. Cool. Okay. Well, I'm going to ask you some quick lightning round questions. So I'm going to give you like a question where it's, cats or dogs like that, and you have to answer as fast as possible. Okay, you ready?
Okay, I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay, cats or dogs?
Cat.
Ah, nice, me too. Scarlatti or Bach?
Scarlatti.
Ah, nice. Do you play any Scarlatti?
I K1 Scarlatti K1. Yeah,
Ah,
I think
nice.
I played.
I really want to play that one. That's on my to-do list to play that one. So that's awesome. Vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Yeah, okay, easy one, right? Solo or chamber if you have to write it?
For me, I would love to write chamber.
Okay, chamber, nice. Mammals or reptiles?
Mamas.
Nice. Morning or evening?
Evening.
Nice. Liszt or Chopin?
What?
Liszt, Franz Liszt or Chopin, Frédéric Chopin, the composers?
Liszt, Franz Liszt. Yeah.
Nice Liszt, okay. Free stroke or rest stroke for technique?
Free stroke.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, David's answering the questions too in the chat. Awesome. Nice to see David's answers.
Nice to see.
Cedar or spruce guitars?
Spruce.
Spruce.
I love spruce.
Nice. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Nice. Debussy or Ravel?
Debussy.
Debussy, me too. I love Debussy. Breakfast or dinner?
Dinner.
The city or the countryside?
Countryside.
Nice. Do you like regular scales or campanella, like cross string scales?
I love regular scales.
Oh, really?
Regular
Okay.
scales, yeah.
I really love cross string scales. I don't know. That's such a cool thing the guitar can do. Maybe this is easy for you, but composing or performing?
Composing.
Yeah, we already talked about this. Sor or Giuliani?
For me, I love Giuliani.
Yeah,
I
me
love
too. Giuliani is so much more fun than Sor, I think.
Yeah.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet, of course, sweet.
Nice. Tremolo or scales?
Skills.
Scales. Oh. Rodrigo or Tedesco or Ponce?
Rodrigo.
Nice. Do you play any Rodrigo?
No, I listen to some Rodrigo. So
okay.
like all this Saturday Island and all those stuff. So
yeah,
I think I prefer Rodrigo.
Nice. Concert or masterclass if you're giving it?
Masterclass.
Nice. Yeah.
I get to learn.
Okay, this one. Do you prefer trying to restore the composer's intention or personal interpretation?
For me, I want personal interpretation.
Okay.
Yeah, personal interpretation.
Also, when someone is playing your music?
Yeah, when someone is playing my music, that's why sometimes I do write program notes. Now, what I feel, you may not feel it, and you may feel it in other way. It's better you interpret the music just the way you feel the music. But
Yes.
you have in your the intent of the composer, the composer's mind. But you can get to interpret it the way you love to interpret the music.
Yeah, I have a friend, Nathan Bredesen, a really great young guitar composer from Canada, and he wrote a sonata for me, and he put all these like words like devastation or desperate happiness or these kind of things rather than just tempo markings in every section of the piece. Every page has multiple words like this, and I really like that because it seems like a lot of information, but actually these kind of emotional words, they have a different meaning to every person, you know. So I imagine that
Exactly.
whenever someone plays the piece, they will get a lot of different ideas out of it, and I think that's really cool because it's freer actually than putting like crescendo and then fortissimo and then sforzando, you know, like yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I love it when you put performance mark, just put it there. The performer is going to interpret it the way he loves to interpret, but within the range of what you have as a composer in your mind. So
Yes.
I love it. Like
Yeah, that's good. Um, Julian Bream or Andres Segovia?
Andres Segovia,
Okay. Mountains or beaches?
mountains,
Okay, and carbon strings or nylon strings?
nylon strings.
Nylon strings.
I've
Okay.
never used carbon nylon
Okay.
strings.
Okay. Nice. Well, if anyone has any final questions for Taiwo, please put them in the chat. Because we're gonna talk for like finish up talking here and then play the last performance. Do you have anything you want to say, Taiwo, or add?
I just want to say to everybody, no matter what you do, no matter the challenges, just have it in your mind that it can only get better. It will always get better. So that's just it. I used to say this to myself almost every day. It can only get better and it will always get better. Yeah, that's just what I want to say to everyone.
Nice. Awesome. Well, it's been so much fun having you on, Taiwo. It's been amazing. Thank you for being willing to come on.
Thank you. Thank you. It's awesome listening to Mercedes. It's my favorite show now. I always look forward to watching Mercedes. No, I get to comment. I get to meet different other the guitarists that plays, and I get to learn from what they say, their experience. So this is awesome, and thank you for putting up this kind of show. It's nice. Yeah, I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thanks. That means a lot that you enjoy it so much. I make it for people who, you know, who want to get connected in the guitar world. I heard someone say one time that the guitar world is a small community but a big family, and I think that's a really good way to put it. You know, it's actually as an instrument we have a very small world, but everybody's kind of mostly everyone treats each other like family. You know, everyone's really supportive, and I think that's something we should.
Enjoy the love. I enjoy the love. I enjoy the love. Many players in the world share with me. You
Mm-hmm.
know, meeting people all day, and I get to speak with them as if I've known them for for quite long. It's just amazing. People I haven't seen face to face, the way we talk. Classical guitarists, they are amazing. I love everybody, and
Yeah.
they show the love to me. I'm really happy about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a very nice that we have such a supportive atmosphere as an instrument, and I think we have to keep that going. You know, it's important for that to continue. Awesome. Cool. Okay, well, the last thing we're going to listen to is this composition you talked about before, When My Mother Laughs.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce this in... Which language is this in?
This is Yoruba language.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nigbati...
Nibati.
Nigbati
Yeah,
Iyami
pronounce it.
Bareren?
Yeah. You got it. You
I
got
got
it.
it? Okay.
Nibati Yami Baleri.
Okay. Nice.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah.
when I come to Nigeria, you can teach me actually how to pronounce these pieces, the names.
Of course, of course. We look forward to seeing you here to teach master classes, and we'll be glad to offer you some of our things here, some of our dresses, some of our attires. You are welcome anytime, Michael.
I
You are
would love
welcome.
that. Yeah, I really want to see. I've been to Africa once, but I was in Malawi and Zambia, so it's very far away from Nigeria actually. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would like to go again, and yeah, I think my fiance and I love to travel, so you know we're always excited to go to new places. So
Yeah, you are welcome in Nigeria anytime. Yeah, we'll host you. Yeah.
thanks. Same here. If you come to the Netherlands, come hang out. We'll play some music or something.
Yeah, I'm very happy. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, let's listen to When My Mother Laughs, and thank you everyone for watching. You can buy Taiwo's music by going to the link in the description or the emailing Ivan, his publisher. And also, if you want to support his work, his research on Nigerian music, you can make a donation through PayPal, and which I will pass on to him. Everything that comes from the show, or if you make it after the show, you can just write me an email and say this is supposed to go to Taiwo. And I think I should announce next week on the 11th. I have Tuesday the 11th. I have Anne Bellejui, she is a excellent young guitarist from Paris, from France, and she was actually also studying with Carlo in Maastricht, where I studied. So she's amazing, and she's going to come on Tuesday. So we're going to hear her talk about her teaching in France and hear her playing and some Scarlatti and stuff. And then on the 14th, I have Friday the 14th next week, I have Alec Pearson, who is another Canadian from Vancouver. And he's written some music recently too, so that's going to be really fun. And then I'm going to take a break for a holiday. So 2 more shows this month, and then we start again in September.
Thanks to everyone listening at home, and thanks to you, thanks to my teachers, thanks to Chocolate African Classical Guitar Platoon, thanks to everyone that has been supporting the project, thanks to Goethe Institute, thanks to Micha, Stephen Gungocha, thanks to everyone. Thank you, my Nigerian friends. Thank you to everyone in the world. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your support. I am doing better with you on my side. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, cool. Well, let's listen to your composition, When My Mother Laughs, and then after the video we'll be done. Thanks everyone.
Thank you.